Humanitarian organization Gift of the Givers is visiting the Ewupileni Old Age Home in Zwide to donate blankets, personal hygiene packs, to name a few. This is part of its plans to mark Mandela Month. Many of the old age homes in the Eastern Cape are facing financial constraints and cannot further reduce their budgets, as it would result in closures. Siphosethu Booi is standing by to tell us what it is that we are witnessing there at this hour. Siphosethu, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Dudu. And of course, we are at the Ewupileni Old Age Home that is situated in the areas of Zwide here in Gqeberha. And I must make mention of the fact that when we arrived here early in the morning, I was just speaking to one of the elderly women, and she said that it's very important, it makes her happy that we took some time out from our busy lives to remember them here, and that for her was the highlight of her day, that throughout the business of the world, there are people that still remember and think about them and come here to spend time with them. And I'm joined now by Corinne Conradi from Gift of the Givers. She's a coordinator here, and she'll talk to us about why we are here in particular in Ewupileni, Corinne.
Well, as you know, Gift of the Givers have received so many requests from old age homes across the Eastern Cape that are in dire straits with basic needs that the elderly just cannot afford with the rise of cost of living. And today here at Ewupileni Old Age Home, the day is filled with so much warmth and laughter and happiness, because today finally we have reached out. These people have been waiting for assistance, and we are so glad to be delivering knitted blankets donated by 67 Minutes for Mandela to each and every old age home. We've heard reports where elderly can't afford personal hygiene items, and at times they have to share with one another or go without it. So Gift of the Givers have made a hand-packed personal hygiene item for each and every person, and you've seen as we've distributed to each and every how grateful they are. Many of them burst out in tears, because many times the elderly are forgotten by society, you know, and they are in dire needs of funding due to most of their funding that has been cut. And these are all pensioners surviving on SASSA, which all goes to support this home for the basic needs of the home, meaning many times these elderly are left with nothing and depend on humanitarian assistance or Good Samaritans to come and reach out. And we've also brought bulk groceries, which were donated by Springbok Wholesalers, 6,700 groceries for 67 Minutes for Madiba. These events are important not only in this month of July, where we celebrate the legacy of Madiba and his love for the elderly, but should be adhered to throughout the year, as the elderly are very important, not just in July, but throughout the year as well.
And that's very important. I mean, when we spoke to one of the grandmothers and grandfathers here, they also made mention of the fact that they miss their family, but they understand the fact that they've got things that they need to do themselves. So they're very appreciative of the fact that we're here today. Please show us this beautiful blanket that you're carrying with you.
So this blanket was hand knitted by a few very generous South Africans, as I've mentioned, that are part of the 67 Minutes for Nelson Mandela Bay Foundation, and they've donated to Gift of the Givers, and it's a very warm luxury blanket to have. And immediately when we distributed, the elderly have thrown it over their knees. We had some very harsh winter days behind us, and the old age home mentioned, you know, the electricity bill is sky high. There's no money to purchase blankets or units on the box to even switch on the heaters, and they can't afford to purchase themselves. So these blankets come in very handy, also not just for winter, you know, as a disabled person, even in summer, because they can't move, there's no circulation. Many of them experience coldness in their body due to not being able to move. So throughout the year, this blanket will come in handy for the elderly.
Corinne Conradi from Gift of the Givers, the coordinator here at Duduzile, just showing us some of the beautiful items they brought here. And also, one of the grandmothers also alluded to the fact that she had a favorite blanket that she chose herself and made sure that nobody was given her blanket. So it was truly been an interesting morning and afternoon to spend with the elderly. And just a reminder also that at some point we need to take a break from our busy schedules and come spend time with those who are in dire need of love and support.